she'll be throwing the bash. I need a woman who'll treat me right. I need a woman who love to squeeze me tight. I need a woman. I need a woman tonight. I need a woman I can call my own. She got the love the blues and she'll buy me home. She'll tie me up at night and make me say when the sun comes up we'll do it all again. I need a woman who love to squeeze me tight. I need a woman who wanna treat me right. I need a woman. I need a woman tonight. Well, my days are numbered and I'll tell you why. All the pretty girls keep walking on by, looking and smiling and winking to me. I got a woman who won't let me be. I need a woman who will squeeze me
It takes a second. I got to figure out why that is. Ever since the Stream Deck update, when I hit a button, it takes forever for it to do anything. How's everybody doing today? Let me fix my hair. Got to be perfect for y'all. Got a pop filter. Look at that. No more popping. All right. So, yeah, have that happen. Just getting a little settled in here. Not a lot of talk to. Not a lot of talk about. Another slow news day. Hey, Jay. How you doing, pal? Nice to see you, my brother. Jay Smith. I feel like I should make you a stinger, even though you're not a member of the fan club. Just because I like you. But you know what? It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair, Jay. Hey, Miss B. How you doing, my love? I was thinking about you last night. I would very much love for you to come and visit me. So the story today, we're starting off with anyway, is Rumer Willis. She's responding to harsh criticism over her photo shoot. I was not prepared for the amount of negativity. You're probably wondering, Zach, why would you be talking about this? Who gives a fuck? No, don't like me. I'm not likable, and I will disappoint you. I don't know. That sounds weird. I don't know. I think you're all right. Listen, I've always been a magnet for people like that. And so, I mean, look at Juan, for crying out loud. I'm his only friend. Who else could put up with his fucking insanity? So that's the way it is. I'm going to put my headphones on. I just want to hear my voice with the pop filter. Pop. Wow, it really works. Pop. See, I was told that the Shure Beta had a pop filter built into it, so you didn't need one. But then I had some plosives, especially on my last video, and someone said you should get a pop filter. And I was like, I was thinking about it. So for $5, pop. Pa-pa-pa-pa. Potato. Miss B's potatoes. Anyway, the reason I'm talking about this story about Willow Ferris Bueller, whatever her fucking name is. Willow Smith Dreamer Hedge Fund. Rumer Willis. You know, if you're going to name your kid Rumer, why spell it that way? You know, why would you spell it? It's just all fucking stupid. Whatever. The reason I'm talking about the story isn't because I give a shit about Rumer Willis. It's because the headline is, I was not prepared for the amount of negativity. What is this world we're trying to convince people? We're trying to convince people that there's this world where you put out things for public consumption and you're not supposed to get negativity. I mean, that's my whole job. Everything I do is being judged. I'm not going to lie. There's been once or twice in my life where I was like, Jesus Christ, can I get a fucking break from being judged today? You know what I mean? It's like every fucking thing I do by everybody is under the fucking microscope. Oh, I think you should do this. I think you should do that. I don't think you should have done that. This is what you should have done. Just constant fucking criticism. It's like, I remember several years ago, and I was doing a podcast, and a friend of mine was like, you know, you should do this, you should do that, you should do the other thing. And I said, didn't you want to start a podcast? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do a podcast. This was years ago. He still doesn't have a podcast, by the way. And I said, okay, so let me ask you a question. All the things you're telling me to do, I'm doing the best I can, and I've got a podcast. You've got a million great ideas and no podcast. Is it better to try and improve as you go, or is it better to wait for everything to be perfect before you ever start, and then it never happens? And so it's funny to me that this fucking broad, Rumer, someone who ruminating, what a cow does when she eats. So Rumer equals cow. That's funny. She's pretty hot. I mean, at least in this picture. Well, that was not hot. Um, so she was co-hosting the talk. What's the qualifications to co-host on the talk? Pulse. Actually, you need a vagina, and you have to not listen. If you have a vagina and you completely don't listen to people when they talk to you and you just shout over them, we're looking for you as our next co-host on the talk. Anyway, Rumer said she did a series of photos, and in two of the images she shared to Instagram, the actress wore a leather bodysuit, thigh-high boots. In another picture, she wore nothing but the boots while the whip was wrapped around her body and wrists. All right, so what I see here is a fucking great picture. This is what I see. She's hot. I always love when women do this weird hip thing. I don't know. This is just, she's a little piece of ass. And she said, "Call me madam. New series, Bondage." I want to see the other picture. I want to see the one that is just the whip in the boots. Where's the other picture, Rumer? Where's the other one? $850,000 followers for doing nothing. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Now we're talking. I like it. She's got long legs, huh? All right, so what's the problem here? The pictures are meant to be a commentary on the expectations placed on women from having children to getting dressed. There are so many rules on what you can do, what you can't do, what you can't share. And I don't know, there was a part of me that was just feeling really empowered and good about myself, and I wanted to share it, the 32-year-old said. Listen, I love that there's expectations placed on women from having children to getting dressed. You don't think there's expectations placed on everybody? You don't think men have people don't expect men to get dressed? They don't think they expect men to dress appropriately for like whatever it is they're doing? This idea that women have it so hard. It's so hard being a woman. You don't know what it's like. It's so hard. Life is hard, motherfuckers. God, I'm so glad I'm not a woman. I love women, but I'm so glad I'm not one. Just because I'd have to hang out with other women. Like, and we know that women hate each other, so. But anyway, she said she wasn't prepared for the amount of negativity. It was really harsh. People saying you should be ashamed of yourself. This is disgusting. Okay, yeah, welcome to my whole fucking career, lady. Do you know how many jokes I've made on stage where people have come up to me and said, you should really be ashamed of yourself. That was awful what you said. Someone said that it could be harmful to trauma survivors. Listen, my point in the article isn't because I give a fuck about Rumer Willis. It's my point is that that it's again, it is Yahoo, but that it's a story at all, that someone put out something for public consumption. Someone created a piece of art, photography, comedy, dance, whatever it is. If you're going to put something out there for the public and for their consumption, get ready for what's coming your way. And most of the time, it's not going to be good. There's plenty of people out there who are wildly successful that most people don't like. I'll give you an example. Trump. Most people don't like Trump. But it doesn't matter what most people think. You don't need most. That's why I'm trying to build my pirate ship here with my fan club. I don't need everybody to like me. I got you. I got Jay Smith. I got Miss B. I got Jordan. I got, I got the people whose names you see scrolling along the bottom there. Reverend Carl and Lizzie and Mark and Levi. I got all these people. I don't need everybody. I need 1,000. I've got you guys. If I can get this many, I can get 1,000, right? And then the rest of the world can all hate me and say what I do is shit and trash. But what do I care? I got my pirate ship. I got 1,000 people. So it's just, it drives me nuts that she was like, and by the way, who's this? Is this her? Because she doesn't look nearly as good there. I don't know if that's her. Is that the same girl? I can't figure out. She looks like a PTA Jew mom. She looks very Jewish. If that's her, I don't even know. Is that her? That's her. Ugh. Jeez. Talk about makeup, lighting, and costuming doing an amazing job. That's how she should go on TV. I want to see that. I don't want to see this. Ugh. Now, make sure you eat all your vegetables, and I'm going to be talking to your teacher today to make sure that you've been good. So you make sure that you're really good today because I'm coming in to speak to your teacher. Oh, gee, Mom, why do you got to be in charge of the PTA? Because this was done to me by your father last night, and I need to show someone else who's boss. Gives a fuck. All right, so that was my big story for today. And I can't go super long tonight because I actually I got to go to the dentist. It's horrible. I have to get my teeth cleaned every 3 months. I had a dentist that fucked up my mouth, and I should have sued him. Instead, I took him to the Dental Board of California, and somebody else did the same thing, and he ended up settling and paying fines and all this stuff. But because of what he did to fuck up my teeth, it's a long story. I'm lucky I still even have my teeth. And I got to go get them cleaned every 3 months, and it's fucking horribly painful. But the good thing is they give me nitrous, and the girl that cleans my teeth knows to crank that shit up all the way. I'm like, just turn it all the way up. There's never enough nitrous for Zach. And so, and on that nitrous shit, my God, I get so many wonderful ideas that are such dog shit when I come out of the fog. So I love the nitrous. I hate the cost. I hate the pain, but I love the nitrous. But I have to leave here, so I can't be crazy long. That's a nice photo, though. What's the issue? Miss B, I'm right there with you. I think it's a wonderful photo. I think both those photos are really cool. People, the issue is that people are stupid, all right? So there's all kinds of fucking Midwestern housewives out there that are offended by everything, right? There's a lot of Midwestern, middle-aged white women who, for them, everything in the world is about the children and everything is offensive. And so Rumer puts out the pictures and those people react that way. And she's like, what? But again, it's like me. If I did comedy and magic for them, and well, it depends. I do clean shows. But if I did like my dirty show for them, they'd lose their fucking minds too. And people that enjoy stand-up. Hold on. She was, if somebody out there, if I was doing like my dirty comedy magic show and you just brought in a bunch of random people, some of them are going to fucking hate it. Some people don't even like comedy or magic. They're like, I hate stand-up. I hate magic. I don't want to see this even before I talk. So I'm not surprised people have an issue with her photos because people are fucking stupid and they're closed-minded and they're simpletons. My problem is that she's surprised by it and that she's complaining about it and that it's supposed to be, and we're supposed to care. It's like, why do I care that other people didn't like your art? It's the same as everyone else doing faux shibari. What's shibari? Is that a photographer with a certain style that everybody's copying? I miss getting my teeth cleaned. My mom was a dental assistant. I learned how to deep clean my own teeth. Jesus Christ. Why do you miss getting your teeth cleaned? It's just been a long time. Jay Smith says, I've only dated women who hate other women. They're the best. I agree with you. I think that, yeah, that's your best bet is to have a girlfriend that fucking can't stand women and loves men. Although those women don't usually want to make out with girls, though. That is a problem. Female empowerment until you actually feel empowered, and then your local Karen's got to rip you apart. What even are women? Yeah, it's that's exactly right. It's always women tearing apart other women. Shibari is rope stuff. I gotcha. Been a long time since I've been able to get into the ortho. Fuck. Well, you get that taken care of, man. Your fucking teeth are everything. Speaking of which, let me hit this fucking bowl. I haven't hit this yet. Where's my... Wild Whitey is not here. That was the one I tried to hit. I saw the W on weed. Google search is an illegal monopoly. DOJ and states allege in new lawsuit. What do you think about this? Department of Justice, 11 U.S. states filed lawsuits, antitrust lawsuit on Tuesday against Google, saying they're engaging in anti-competitive behavior in its search and search advertising businesses. And I think we all know the story, right? So some of the things they're saying is that they do things like Google is the search engine that is like the de facto search engine when you buy a computer or whatever. Let's find as of June, Google controlled more than 90% of the world's search traffic. Critics, most notably Yelp, accused Google of favoring its own products in search results. Where's the part also here about them? There's a thing in here about, let's read this. In a statement, the Justice Department laid out how it plans to make its case against Google, alleging it maintains an illegal monopoly over search and search advertising by entering into exclusivity. Entering into exclusivity. I have more fun trying to speak than actually speaking. Anyway, it said they enter exclusive agreements that forbid pre-installation of any competing search service, entering into tying another arrangements that force pre-installation of its search applications in prime locations on mobile devices to make them undeletable regardless of consumer preference. By the way, I've thought that's been bullshit for years with all of these phones. You buy a fucking phone and it comes pre-installed with shit that you cannot get rid of. I don't think that's fucking fair at all, man. It's mine. Why do I have to have your shit? One of the things on my Amazon wish list that I really, really fucking want, it's one of the few things on my wish list that's not like to improve the show, is an ebook reader. It's like the Kindle or whatever it is on my wish list. The deal is, when you buy it, it comes pre-installed with advertising, and you have to like contact the company to have it removed or something. And I think they charge you more if you run it ad-free. It's like, we're going to sell this thing to you really cheap, but you have to let the ads run. And if you don't, it's going to cost more, and you got to do something special to get the ads off of it. I have a bigger problem with that than I do with this, with Google in general. The software world is a huge pile of stinking garbage. Yep. Entering into long-term agreements with Apple that require Google to be the default and de facto exclusive general search engine on Apple's popular Safari browser and other Apple search tools. Generally using monopoly profits to buy preferential treatment for its search engine on devices, web browsers, and other search access points, creating continuous and self-reinforcing cycle of monopolization. Miss B's like, yeah, cool, call Google out finally. I don't know. Saying Google's harming competition and consumers through reduced innovation and competition. This is a really tough one for me. Like, there are other search engines you can use, but they all suck. So what do you do when a company has a monopoly, but they're also creating products that are better than everyone else's? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody can compete at this point with the Google search engine. So do you make their search engine a public utility? I don't know. It all sounds like communism or socialism, right? Like, let's buy the companies and put the government in charge. I'll tell you, the one of the best ideas I heard was Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang said, we need to start, I forget what he called it. It was some kind of tax or something for these companies that they would pay out to the people for using our data. In other words, hey, you fuckers are getting all of our data. Our data is more valuable than anything right now. And you're getting it all and you're using it to sell us shit, but we're not getting anything for it. You should be paying us for our data. And Miss B says, personally, I use DuckDuckGo. It's easy. Just let people start businesses where from the get-go they pay as little tax as Google. That way they have a chance to compete. Yeah, I mean, what about... See, I don't think anybody can compete with the Google search engine. I think it's too far gone. And I'm not sure we want somebody to. I'm not sure you want another company to come along and try to reinvent the wheel. So maybe, like, I don't know, maybe a percentage of Google's profits again goes, I don't know what the fuck to do. I can't, I don't have an answer to this one. I don't have a strong feeling about it. DuckDuckGo, nobody uses DuckDuckGo. What am I going to use Ask Jeeves? Yahoo is technically, well, I guess it's not a search engine, right? There's a difference between a search engine and what do you call Yahoo? Is like an index, or what do you call it? There's a fucking, here, let's see. Let's see. Yahoo Search is a rebadged version of Bing Search and owned by Yahoo headquarters. Yahoo Search, originally, Yahoo Search referred to a Yahoo-provided interface that sent queries to a searchable index of pages supplemented with its directory of websites. That's exactly what I was talking about. Just distribute Google's perks. Its perk now is paying almost no tax. That's the latest intervention for maximum good I can think. Also, this interferes with no rights at all. Yeah. I mean, just smash them with taxes. They always find a way of getting out of those taxes, though, right? So, do we create some kind of special? What about like some kind of special big tech tax where we're like, all right, companies that are have become like de facto monopolies that really we don't want to reinvent. How about we just say, fuck it? We're not going to get rid of you, Google. We need you. And people, Facebook, whatever. But from now on, you got to follow, I don't know, some kind of, I guess what I'm saying is some kind of hybrid of where the government has like some sort of say in it. Like you got to follow the Constitution. You can't censor the people you decide to censor. And that and you've got to pay out a certain amount. What if we got the money back directly? What if every time they use our data for something, we get a check every month for the value of the usage of our data? So instead of them paying a tax to the government and the government just giving it to the military, how about we get direct payments for use of our data? No, I want to compete with them and I want to pay the same 5 cents they pay in taxes. I don't care about taxing them. So, yeah, you're saying basically you don't want to, okay. You're saying you don't care about raising their taxes. You're just saying, hey, give me the same deal they have so we're on equal footing. I like that because that's you're saying give me an equal opportunity, but you're not asking for a guarantee of equal outcome. I like that. If you force Google to do anything, they'll lose their motivation and the product will be harmed and every user will lose out too. Just distribute their perks. Yeah. How can the government complain when it made it easy for Google to be the best by allowing them to pay almost no taxes? Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I get it. I see what you're saying. You're like, okay, Google, we don't want to stifle your innovation. We don't want to hurt. We don't want to do anything to you. You just keep doing what you do. And hey, this startup over here, you think you can do better than Google in fill in the blank area? All right, go for it. And you have all the same advantages that Google has, and may the best company win. I like it. I think, yeah, because I mean, you could either take away all of the. Hey, shut up, whore. That was my phone responding to me. Yeah, you could take away these things from Google and make them pay their fair share, but we know that never works. I like it. I like it. I like the way you reverse engineered that. It's like, yeah, all right, let Google do what they want, but let me do what Google's doing. Google doesn't pay taxes. I don't want to pay taxes. Google can cut a deal to make, their software pre-installed on my phone. Well, I want to be able to do the same thing. I want to be able to go to that company and have the same opportunity. Yeah, I'm with you, Jay. I think that's great. You guys want to see Bill Cosby's new mugshot? Because prisoners, they change how they look over time. They have them retake a mugshot. So here's Cosby's mugshot from 2018, and here's the new one. Would anybody not recognize Bill Cosby, though? He looks happier now than he did then. Back then, looked like he was all bummed he was going to prison. Here he's like, prison's not so bad. God, man. Imagine, is there anything fucking, I don't know, man. Health shit's the worst, right? There's nothing worse than having some horrible health diagnosis, but holy fuck nuts. Being in prison's got to be a close second. What is this? Zillow. I don't know what the point of this is. I went down a Twitter rabbit hole. Let's see what else we got here. So, well, let me ask you this, Jay. What do you think the result will be of the DOJ and all of these states suing Google? What's your prediction? Let's you gave me what I think is a pretty good solution. And was that you that shared that? Let me see. I didn't. What is it? Hilarious? What is it here? Let me zoom in. But what do you think realistically, Jay? You know they're not going to do what you said because what you said, makes sense. So since they're not going to let everybody have what Google has, I'm thinking. Let's see. My prediction is that Google will probably lose and they'll have to make certain compromises, but ultimately lawyers and politicians will benefit. It'll somehow become more of an encumbrance for end users to use Google's products. They'll continue to get rich, and it's going to make and it's not going to make a fuck of a difference. That's what I think. I think Google's going to lose, compromise, and it'll change nothing for the consumer. That's my summary. What do you think? Do you have a disagreement with that? You have a different point of view? Miss B shared this. What is this? Technically, this house isn't for rent, but if you break in, move all the current. That's funny. See, these are funny comments on Zillow. All right. I get it now, Miss B. I get it. Oh, wow. I didn't hear about this. The fuck? Woman arrested in fatal subway stubbing of LA Metro worker. It's not bad looking. Right? I mean, it's hard to see from that photo, but based on that, I mean, maybe we'll see the mugshot, but it doesn't look horrible. 25-year-old homeless woman arrested and booked for murder. 7th Street and Metro train station. Verbal dispute with the victim on the MTA Red Line. She stabbed the victim, ultimately causing his death. Wow. Killed the dude.
LAPD says there are two things to know about the woman in this picture. She should be considered armed and dangerous. Now they're looking for the other 998 words to fill in what happened that led her to allegedly stab and kill an LA Metro employee
I can't believe I haven't dated this woman.
Friday night here inside the 7th Street when, for an unknown reason, stabbing at the downtown rail station platform. Paramedics. This is a sad reminder to be alert.
Just mind my own business, keep distance from other people, and just.
Yeah, okay. No, I thought there was going to be a mugshot picture of her. Well, I guess I won't get a chance to bang her. You ever see, homeless chicks that aren't that bad looking, and you're like, maybe I could pretty woman this bitch. You're looking at her, you're going, I think I could clean you up, fix you up, find you some therapy, and have me a good little crazy girlfriend here. Little pretty woman kind of action. Sometimes I'll see a hot girl that she's not homeless, but she's like waiting for the bus. And I just think I should pull over and hit on this chick because I'm not rich, but compared to this broad I am, be like, hey, how are you? Saw you waiting for the bus. What's your name? Well, I parked my car over there. Couldn't help but notice you. And I thought, man, you're way too pretty to have to ride the bus. I mean, you're gorgeous. Haven't you figured out that you could marry a rich dude and take half his stuff? Anyway, how about I give you a ride and you be my girlfriend because apparently I'm rich compared to you. I agree with you, Zach. Unfortunately, there's precedent in the United States versus Microsoft in 2001 for breaking up precisely the kind of monopoly they're now alleging Google has. This Google monopoly thing is version 2.0 of the Microsoft monopoly hullabaloo of 2001. All I can think what was the result of the Microsoft case? Probably exactly what I'm describing, right? Lawyers got rich, politicians told everybody they did something, and it made no difference to consumers. I'm not even sure what Google has is really a monopoly. I feel like they're just the best. I feel like they're just, and look, they definitely do some underhanded shit, especially when it comes to the advertising in the way they prioritize people. You know, when I first started doing pay-per-click advertising, I was like one of the first fucking people in the world. I was like the first magician on the planet to do it. I'll tell you that much. And I'll tell you a funny story about that. But you could, be in the number one spot for the pay-per-click ads on Google very inexpensively. And it was just about paying for it. And then it became not just about paying for it, but it became about the quality of your ads and your landing page and your website and a million other factors. But then as time has gone by, you look at the organic search results in Google, and instead of the organic results being all your local mom and pop, in my case, magicians and comedians, all of a sudden it's the big agencies, it's the big companies that are lead generation farms like The Bash or Bark or Gig Salad or Thumbtack or any of these things. And so I'm not happy with the way Google has prioritized big money corporations over the average person. But Google, it's just like, it's the same thing that you're seeing on YouTube. What I don't like about Google is the corporatization and Disney-ification of everything that they do. Because we're turning the whole goddamn country, everything is Disney or some version of Disney, right? Everything politically correct, everything for the family. The older days of YouTube reminded me of like pirate radio or UHF TV with all of these weird, quirky things going on. And, it's still there, but it's not like it's recommended to you by the algorithm. I don't know. Maybe it really is time to choose some alternative platforms. I used to stream on Vaughn TV. Maybe it's time to find some other platforms. Or maybe one platform. I'm putting all my effort into this YouTube channel. Maybe I should put my pre-produced videos here, but I should find some other platform to try to build a home on. I don't know. I'm not sure. I that's what I don't like, though, about what's going on. But I don't know that they really have a real monopoly. I feel like Google their search engine's the best. Their email is, you know what I mean? Everything they do is really fucking good. So it's like, well, you're going to punish them for, being number one? They're not the only one. They're just the best one. All I can think when I see a pretty homeless woman is how far can she become entitled? And then I realize that's why she's homeless. How fast, not how far. Yeah, Microsoft lost, and Microsoft did not have a monopoly either. So you agree with me. You don't really feel like Google has a monopoly. There are other search engines. You can use them. You just don't because they suck. And there are other video platforms other than YouTube, but you don't use them because there's nobody there. I don't understand why Vimeo is so like, how come that never became an alternative? I'll tell you something I've said for a long time now. I think that if Pornhub or YouPorn or one of these porn platforms was smart, they would, create, like when you go to categories, They have other like sister sites, and you could just have a category called like community videos or something like that, and it could be anything you want. And obviously it could even be porn, but it could just be like a YouTube where everything is completely uncensored. It could be utter chaos. You know, you go into, you click on the community videos category and you're like, wow, this feels like old school YouTube. And YouPorn is like, we don't give a fuck what you do. We're a porn company. Do whatever the fuck you want. And we don't really care how well the algorithm works or whatever. We'll just leave it as complete chaos the way YouTube used to be. And you guys go have fun, fend for yourselves, try to make a buck. Jay says, I do not feel Google has a monopoly. They're just the Apple of search. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. Would you say Apple has a monopoly on decent phones? It's silly. I almost used that before you said it. I almost used Apple as an analogy. I don't like Apple products, but it'd be like Apple is this, you know, they're considered number one in what they do. It's like, is it a monopoly or are they just winning the fucking war, the smartphone war? Although I don't know what right now what the current ratings are, but you know, when I got my Note 9, Consumer Reports actually listed like the Samsung Note 9 above the iPhone at that point. I need some coffee here. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna make a coffee break thing. It only takes me about 30 seconds just to go over there and pour some more. So I need a little thing that's like coffee break, going on a coffee break, be back in just a shake, something like that. Think back to video games. You could say back then that Nintendo had a monopoly on video games, yet two big competitors spring up. Hey, man, there was a time MySpace had the monopoly. There was a time people really did use Ask Jeeves. I mean, I think it's ridiculous. Well, I'm with you on that one. All right, here's a little hold music. I was trying to remember what I think it was Miss B. Was it you and I making fun of somebody, of a white guy dancing with the lip? What was the other thing that they're all doing? Was that you? I was talking to somebody about all white guys doing this one really bad dance. All right, let's see here. You guys like Nick DiPaolo? I love Nick DiPaolo. Let's see what he said.
Anyways, speaking of cover-ups, there he is. Adam Schiff.
This clip's longer than I thought. I thought it was going to be like a 30-second thing. I don't give a fuck that much. What do we got going on here? Political polarization. Maria Taylor receives outpouring of support after sharing hateful message. Oh, brother. Everybody with their hateful messages and their support. 1 million mail-in ballots have now been cast in LA County. I'm so proud of us. Keep it up, everyone. Why are you proud? You don't know. I mean, Jesus. Those who were hoping to return to Disneyland and California's other large theme parks are going to have to continue waiting. They're never letting us out. They're never letting us go. Can I come stay with you in Austin for a little while, Miss B? Or just come stay with me. I promise if you come stay with me, we'll have fun because we can go to the beach. Like, we'll have fun things to do. But, oh my God. Not that I give a fuck about Disneyland. It's just, emblematic of the whole state of affairs here. Oh, yeah, you like Nick Dipp? Cool. Yeah, he's funny as shit. He's a great comic. On Tuesday, California announced its smaller theme parks located in counties under less restrictive tiers will be allowed to reopen with modifications. All of the state's theme parks have been closed since March, yeah. According to new guidelines, all of Orange County's larger parks will remain closed until further notice. The county has yet to reach the yellow tier. Once reaching the yellow tier, the theme parks will be able to resume operations at 25% capacity. So there's yellow tier, and then there's tiers 3 and 4. There's numbers, there's colors. Where's the fucking... God. I'm so fucking over it, everybody. I'm over it. I don't give a fuck. But yes, you can come to Austin. I'd love to, but I'm definitely going to need to get settled in a bit first. All right. I'll allow you to get settled in first. What happened here? Sergeant Harold Preston served the city of Houston for 41 years. Wow, Houston police sergeant killed, another wounded in an apartment complex shooting. Horrible. No, Black Lives Matter won't give a fuck, though, because, even though this guy's black, he's a cop. And BLM hates the police. 2 officers responded to a disturbance. They came under fire. Both cops were shot. Sergeant Harold Preston was hit multiple times in the head, pronounced dead at the hospital. Sergeant Courtney Waller was struck in the arm and is expected to survive. Suspect's 51 years old, felon, long-time criminal history. Fucking awful. And he was weeks from retirement. What a cop cliche. It's like, hey, it's your last day and then you retire. Be careful out there, right? Just weeks away from retirement and he dies. Jesus Christ. But you're not going to see BLM out there. They don't give a fuck. I already voted. I'm going to tell you this. Anybody who votes for Trump, the one thing I'll give you is he got rid of that critical race theory nonsense out of the government. And that right there, to me, is more important than almost all the other shit that people have talked about. My point is, I didn't vote for Trump, but if you do, I see why you would. I know I have friends and family that could never understand. They go, well, how could you? It's because they're not informed. They're not on the same level as I am. And I don't like Trump, but he got rid of that critical race theory nonsense. The anti-critical race theory move was the best. We need more of that. Exactly, Jay. At least Trump understood that critical race theory was racist. That came up in the debate. Biden was like, why would you want to get rid of racial sensitivity training? Because he's like, because it's racist. I wish they had spent more time on that so Trump could have explained it. Like, this isn't racial sensitivity training. This is critical race theory with a very specific philosophy that is hell-bent on destroying the country. Did you see that their thing now is they want to abolish the Constitution and either rewrite it or not have a Constitution altogether? I'm not making that up. Photo of Ice Cube and 50 Cent wearing Trump hats is edited from a July photo. So someone took a photo of these guys and where's the fucking Photoshop? There's the original. All right, let's see. Oh, here it is. So this has someone Photoshopped Trump on him. All right, what else we got here? Let's look. Let's do the trending. I gotta go here soon. Anyway, I gotta leave in about. Yeah, I got about 10, 15 minutes with you guys, and then I gotta go to the dentist. John Kasich among GOP candidates being vetted by Joe Biden for potential cabinet positions. I hope Biden fucking loses. What do you think of that? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it for the first time publicly. I hope Biden fucking loses. Fuck him. Fuck him in his fucking criminal ass. Riverside County moved back to purple tier. I don't know the colors, but it's apparently purple's the most restrictive. Fucking Riverside, no. I'm sorry, Riverside. Oh, God.
Confident. Like, so confident I don't.
Oh, brother. Everything. Women, black, gay, women, black, gay, fat women, black, gay. Empower women.
This news. Live breaking
kids.
News.
Kids, children, women.
Hello
fat,
and welcome back to everyone watching.
shaming,
We're live.
Body shaming, fat. Women are beautiful. Believe all women. You are whatever gender you want to be. Gay, gender, children, fat.
Restrictions. The California Department of Public Health has moved the county's classification back to the purple tier under the governor's color-coded coronavirus deregulation.
How did she get on the news? She's got no titties. She's not good looking.
Scheme. It means
any fucking asshole could do this job. If you're going to do the job, you better be hot.
some businesses that have reopened will now have to close again. At noon today, Dr. Mark Galley with the governor's office is expected to update the state's tier system and reveal guidelines for reopening theme parks. LA County also remains in the purple tier, and Orange County has now conducted more than 1 million coronavirus tests. The county, which is in the red tier.
I didn't even know I was in the purple tier, and I don't know which color is what. Nobody I know knows. Here, let's see.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, God damn it. A fucking commercial for a chart? That's how much I care. That's how much I give a fuck. Oh, here's the chart. This is what I wanted to see. I just wanted to see the chart. No, you're not going to just show me the chart? All right. I just wanted the chart. Why don't they try rewriting the Constitution in Liberia first? They have the same Constitution as we do. Try there first, see if it works. Why don't they try rewriting the Constitution in Liberia? Liberia has the same Constitution as America? Where is Liberia, and how is Liberia doing? It just sounds like a place that's not doing well. Oh, boy, look at Lily. They moved Riverside County back to purple tier, and the only thing I see is everyone on Facebook complaining that indoor dining is closing again. Get a real fucking problem, Temecula. People are literally dying. Yeah, whatever. You're literally dying. We're all literally dying. If you're born, you're dying. The governor just moved Riverside. This is Senator Stuttering John Melendez. Governor moved Riverside County back into the most restrictive lockdown tier with unemployment in California 50% higher than the national average. He's just put more people out of work. We cannot sustain this. I don't know who Senator Stuttering John Melissa Melendez is. How come I don't want to add a comment? I just wanted the retweet. Why? Whatever. Doesn't matter. So, all right, everybody's losing their shit. Riverside. Is there actually a river in Riverside? I don't know. Fall Creek Elementary. Oh, did you hear about this guy? This Miami police officer was working at a polling station, and he was wearing a Trump mask, face mask. Where's the picture? Oh, there he is. What's that say? No more. What's this part say? No more bullshit? I don't know. People are using the Me Tubin hashtag to discuss the incident in which reporter and author Jeffrey Tubin exposed himself on camera. That's the video I'm working on, by the way. I was going to record, I was going to finish the script last night, but I decided to procrastinate. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go to the dentist. I'm going to go through hell. I'm going to feel like shit afterwards. I'm not going to want to go to jiu-jitsu, so I'll finally finish the script. I'll record it, produce this bad boy. But my next video, that is the topic, is Tubin. The psychosis on COVID deaths and the misinformation and fear of breathing outside of your house is insane. I'm with you. I can't wait. I can't understand the paranoia. I'm with you, Miss B. Liberia is a country in West Africa. Yes, they have the same constitution as the U.S., and last I heard they have cannibalism and an active slave market there. So, are they ignoring our constitution? I'm a little lost on what you're saying now, Jay. If we both have the same constitution and we're doing so well and they're doing so shitty, are you saying it's because the constitution isn't really important? Or it's not really... I mean, look, our country has been stomping over our own constitution since it began, right? It said there right clearly all men are treated equal, yet we had slavery. So, and women couldn't vote. Now, yes, some people argue that it was a better country when women couldn't vote. It's hard to argue that. Maybe we should repeal that and take that right away from women again. But I digress. I'm kidding. Jesus Christ. The point is, it's not the laws that make a country, it's the people who are in it. Thank you, Jay. I thought that's kind of what you were getting at. So the founders of our country had certain ideas, ideals, convictions, beliefs, and other people who shared those beliefs came here, and there was an American culture. What I see right now is the American culture is being pushed out in favor of all these other insane ideas. You know, it used to be that immigrants moved here and they immediately wanted to learn to speak English, and they wanted their kids to speak English, and they wanted to do everything they could be to no longer be identified as an Italian, as a Jew, as an Irishman. They wanted to come here and become an American and fulfill the American dream, but also their obligations as citizens to participate in voting and to be informed. And so I feel like a big problem is that now people want to say, I'm Italian American, I'm Irish American. Fuck you. Be an American. And, it goes back as simple as it is. United we stand, divided we fall. I think we need to everybody needs to be waving an American flag, and we all need to celebrate America first and be Americans first. And when someone says, I'm an African American, you say, no, you're not. You're an American. I'm an Irish American. No, you're. People say to me, oh, what's your background? Oh, I'm an American. Well, no, I mean, I know, but what about your parents? Well, they were both born in America. Okay, what about your grandparents? But don't you understand? What are you? Well, I'm Irish American. So what do you think is going to happen if you go to Dublin and you go to a bar and you say, "Oh, hi, my name's Lisa. Could I have a fucking Guinness?" And then you go to the bathroom, and then while you're in the bathroom, someone says to the bartender, "Oh, who's the bird?" "Oh, it's this American girl, Lisa." "Oh, that's what's going to happen." And you're going to come out, "Oh, hey, Lisa, bartender was telling me you're from America." They're not going to say you're Irish American. You're clearly Irish. No, you're an American to them. When do we become Americans again? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be. The election's 2 weeks away. They say that we're not going to know the results on the day of the election. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be a landslide for Biden and we're going to know the results? Do you think it's going to be the silent majority will rear up and it'll be a landslide for Trump and we'll know the results? Or do you think it's going to come down to them counting votes like they did with Gore in Florida, and there's going to be weeks of hand counting ballots and finding ballots that were thrown in a dumpster somewhere and people contesting this and contesting that? I mean, Pelosi told Biden under no circumstances should he concede the election. What does that mean? If it's not a landslide for Trump, big bad things will happen. What if it's a landslide for Biden? What do you think happens? If it's a okay, both. Let's see. I'm going to try to join in on this. If it's a landslide for Biden, I think you're going to see a lot of celebrating, but it's only going to be the celebrating the mainstream media shows you. And then what's going to happen is nothing will fundamentally change for the next 4 years. And the same Democratic policies that made it possible for Trump to win are going to result in somebody else that's just like Trump becoming the president after Biden is a disaster or a do nothing for 4 years. Especially if Biden wins and regular people continue, they go, "Oh, how come the LARPing in Portland and Seattle is still going on? And then how come people are still calling me a racist? And, oh, wait a minute, critical race theory is racist and this is what Trump was talking about?" In other words, I see people waking up to the absurdity of what the far left is pushing. And we get Trump 2.0 after 4 years of Biden. So I think if Biden, and I think if Biden wins in a landslide, you're still going to have a segment of the country that was very pro-Trump that is not going to be happy. It's not going to bring the country together. I don't see Biden unifying the country. I don't see Biden going, "Hey, all of you people who supported Trump, I'm not going to leave you out in the cold. I'm going to bring you into the fold. It's time we become the United States of America again." I don't see Biden doing that. And I think he'll just look down his nose at them and think they're a bunch of dumb hicks and hillbillies that don't know what they're talking about. And I think he'll pack the courts and the Supreme Court will become another fucking, it'll be like we'll have the Senate, the Congress, and the Supreme Court will be like another, like legislative branch or whatever you call it. it'll just grow and grow and grow until there's 100 Supreme Court justices. We'll have 100 Supreme Court justices that have lifetime appointments. And so now, on the other hand, if Trump wins in a landslide, my prediction for that is maybe the final death knell for the Democratic Party. It might be once and for all, it might be the end of that party. So if Trump wins in a landslide, the Democrats, they either take a hard look at themselves and go, what are we doing wrong? Or they're just, the party's dead and some other party emerges as the competing party. If so, the Democrats, you will see Rachel Maddow shaking her head going, I just don't understand. I mean, this time the polling showed it this way, and how could anybody see it different? There's no other way to look at this but the way I see it. And you're going to have half the country going, looking at the other half going, I don't understand how I am so sure I'm correct. And all of you people that I'm so sure are wrong, that there's so many people that are so wrong. Because that's the thing. They're positive that they're right. And there's no middle ground with them. I see more willingness to compromise from the Republicans than I do from the Democrats. The Democrats liberals are supposed to be tolerant people. The left has become the most intolerant fucking group of people on the planet. If Biden packs the courts, some states will secede. You think so? So now, what else? I'm trying to make other predictions. If Trump wins in a landslide, then you would definitely see whatever's left of the Affordable Care Act would go away. You might see more government, more parts of the bureaucracy shut down. Every time he shuts down another branch of the government, I'm happy. Trying to think what else. Another nightmare scenario would be if the Democrats got everything. If they got the House, Senate, and the White House, they just got everything. What if the Democrats were in charge of all three branches of government and the whole United States starts to look like California? Do you know one of the things I voted on? I talked about this on the show, but and I got to go soon. But here, let me grab this real quick. I'm gonna read it to you. This is the voting guide, the sample ballot thing. And here it is. This is State Measure 16. How fucking great. This is fucking nuts. State Measure 16, vote yes or no, allows diversity as a factor in public employment, education, and contracting decisions. Legislative constitutional amendment permits government decision-making policies to consider race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin in order to address diversity by repealing constitutional provision prohibiting such policies. Fiscal impact, no direct fiscal effect on state and local entities. The effect of the measures depend on the future choices of state and local government entities and are highly uncertain. So it's saying that they want to allow. You're saying, if you're going to hire somebody for the post office or the DMV, or a garbage man or a cop, or you're going to have a contract for someone to build an apartment building or whatever, or some, strip mall or whatever the deal is, that you can go ahead and consider race and gender and all this shit. So they want to vote in racism. I talked about this weeks ago, if not months ago. That is fucking bonkers. They're basically saying if that passes, it's like, yeah, we're saying you're allowed to discriminate. That we can say, no, we don't want to, we need more black people here. We need more women. We need more gays. Sorry, you're a straight white male. We're not going to hire you because there's plenty of you. How fucking nuts is that? And that's what terrifies me about the Democrats being in charge. I'm terrified that the squad is the tip of the they're like a Trojan horse, that we're going to have a whole bunch of people that think like these fucking wackos do, that want to play the oppression Olympics. And we're going to, and the fucking, you trust me, you do not want the entire United States being run like California. It's a fucking travesty. And really, it's because of San Francisco and Los Angeles. It's two super populous, wealthy cities run the rest of the state. The state is so beautiful. And there's plenty of conservative people in the state. And there's plenty of people that live here, farmers and shit that... I mean, look, Orange County is still one of the most conservative districts in the entire United States. And, but, man, I'm telling you, it's scary. I've never been so... Remember, I used to be a Democrat. I was registered as a Democrat up until, I don't know, I left 3-4 years ago, however long ago it was. Fucking, I've never been so scared of a political party. I've never thought, wow, this fucking party is an existential threat to this country. I just tried to light my mug. Mixing up my coffee and my smoking. All right, I got about 5 minutes. Do me a favor, guys. Make a donation. That would be really cool. There's my PayPal link if you want to donate to the show. Of course, I would love it if you joined my fan club at ZachWaldman.com/fans. If you go to ZachWaldman.com/fans, you'll see there's a lot of free things you can do to support the show. One of them is you could do right now. You could hit the thumbs up button. You could subscribe to my show, my channel. You could hit the little notification bell and hit all so you know when I upload a new video. You can also join our Facebook group for the show, ZachWaldman.com/FB group. Of course, if you join the Zach Waldman fan club, you'll learn some magic tricks, some bar bets, get access to exclusive content, including replays of the live show. Not only that, you'll get discounts on merchandise, free access to my virtual magic shows, which will be happening soon. And also, you get... what was the other thing I was going to mention with the fan club? Fucking totally lost my train of thought. There's a bunch of shit when you join the fan club. That's the point. I'm going to get high as I can before I go to the dentist. Do you know that one person died in in like all of LA County from COVID like this last month or week or whatever it was, and everything? We're still in the purple tier. Televangelist, here, this is trending. This is pretty great. Televangelist Pat Robertson says the Lord told him told him President Trump will be reelected, which he says may spark the end times. All right, I'll bite. This guy's always entertaining. I thought that Pat Robertson liked
time
him.
of peace. Then
Here, let me back this up. He's always
there's going to be a war. Ezekiel 38 is going to be the next thing down the line. Then a time of peace. Then maybe the end. But nobody knows the day or the hour when the Lord's going to come back. He said the angels don't know it, and only the Father knows it. So I'm not saying this is the second coming, but I am saying there are things that people have thought would be during a millennial time with the coming of Jesus that are going to happen in our lifetime. And the next thing is the election that's coming up in just a few weeks, at which time, according to what I believe the Lord told me, the president is going to be reelected. I'm saying by all means, get out and vote for whoever you want to vote for, but by all means, let your voice be heard. But it's going to lead to civil unrest of a great proportion, then a war against Israel and so forth and so on. There's going to be a war. Ezekiel 38 is going to be the next thing down the line.
With as batshit crazy as 2020 is, I believe anything's possible. I'm pretty sure I'm the second coming of Jesus, by the way. I'm pretty sure, having, achieved enlightenment and all. On Mondays, I take part in a Zoom call for people who are interested in the Headless Way, which is Douglas Harding's book. And Douglas Harding passed away, but the Headless Way is just a way of seeing that your empty space, that your capacity for everything in the world, right? And that's all it is. It's pretty simple. It's the fact that when you look around the world, you can't see your head. You can't see your own face. Some people go, who gives a shit? Other people, for them, it's profound. My point in bringing it up is that on Monday nights, there's a Zoom call that I participate in where it's a small group of people that are all interested in the Headless Way. And, a lot of people that meditate, that are interested in they like to contemplate consciousness and its contents and ask the question, who am I? What am I? Where am I? What is this? That kind of stuff. And I just sometimes I think about who knows if any of them have ever Googled me, but I thank God, if they saw when I talk to Juan about meditating and I yell at him, I'm like, listen, faggot, meditation's good for you. If you don't want to fucking become enlightened, then don't do it, asshole. And if they would be like, oh my God, this is the same guy that's so normal in our weekly meetings, and here he is calling his best friend a faggot for not meditating. They'd be like, I just, because these are, they're just they're very nice people. They're very nice people, and I just imagine they're like, either that or they Google my stand-up. I just have the feeling these people, they're Googlers. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. I do like them, though. They're, I was concerned. I've been around people like this before, and it seems like every time there's someone in the group that's kind of kooky, that has to do a lot of performative stuff. My mom was a Universalist, and there was this guru. I went and saw him speak once in person, and my mom would go to these meetings with these Universalists, and it'd be at this lady's house, and we'd sit around the couches and have snacks, and the guru's name was Mahagarushi. And he would call in, we'd put him on speakerphone, and everybody would listen to him. And I remember there was this one guy there who would like, everything he did was like, was very performative. There would be some kind of prayer or something, and this guy would just put his hands together and rock back and forth and just be like, oh, yes, oh, thank you, and just loud and rocking back and forth. And just, I was like, you need to do all that. Is this about you? I feel like you're making this about you, you know? And so what I like so far about this Zoom group is I don't see anybody too wacky. Not yet. They might be there. But every time I think one of them's about to be wacky, I end up thinking, no, that's pretty astute. That was pretty good. All I know is it's an hour long, and I always feel better. I actually and I think I'm going to end the show on this because I got to go. Yesterday was particularly good for me because the guy that kind of leads the group, hey, Chris, how are you? I followed this channel years ago, forgot why. Has Zach worked with Maddox? I still work with Maddox. Yeah, I'm a part of Madcast Media Network. I was working with Maddox. I did the best debate in the universe a couple times, and then I quit all of this to focus on my main career, and then my main career got shut down in March, and I haven't worked since March. So I fired it all back up, and I'm part of the Madcast Media Network again. I still work with Maddox. We're still friends. And, and now my career is starting. It looks like I have 4 shows before this month is over. So it looks like my career is coming back little by little, but I'm going to keep doing this. Anyway, so my point is, yesterday, the guy that leads the Headless Way group was saying the fact that when I try to look for what's here, and I find that it's just empty space, that the only thing this way where I think I am, is all empty space. It's like a variable that you could fill with anything. It's capacity for the world, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just the way it is. But this out here is still Zach. Like there's still, and so the point is, and I really got to wrap up the show. I wish I could spend more time on this. The reason it was important for me to hear was because he was basically saying, if you feel like you are nothing but capacity for the world, the universe, and you used as an excuse to just passively watch life go by, that's not the idea. That's not the goal. The goal is just it's something to recognize and to go, oh, that's interesting, but you still have to kick yourself in the ass and get up and work. And I was like, wow, this is such perfect timing for me, because I fell into that a little bit. I fell into a little bit of this thing of like, why do anything when I can just observe what's happening? And it was feeding into my procrastination. So it really gave me the kick in the ass that I needed. So it's kind of reestablished. I was a little bit down a rabbit hole with some of this stuff, and it was fucking me up. But now I think I understand more about what Douglas Harding meant when he said he's a dualist. So anyway, again, I wish I could spend more time on it. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Hey, man, Chris, I appreciate that, bro. Check out the pre-produced videos I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm going live Monday through Thursday, noon Pacific Standard Time. So you can get high with me, high noon, Monday through Thursday, Pacific Standard Time. Fridays, I do some live shit, but the time varies. It's kind of up in the air. But I'm also doing pre-produced videos. I've started to find my voice, Chris, I think, because my videos are starting to do a lot better. I'm doing kind of a satire, trolling, fact meets fiction kind of thing. And the last one I did was about Yelp deciding that all white people are racist, and as a result, Yelp has decided to just flat out ban all white-owned businesses from its platform. So that's my last video. It's not my most successful in terms of views, but I think it's my best received video, and it captures, and I think it's the voice that I think I found my fucking voice is my point. Maybe I'm wrong. And maybe that's why I've been scared to put out another video, because I've been really struggling to get out this next one. Which is weird, because I struggled to put out the one before it. And that was where I tried this idea, and it worked. It didn't get a lot of views, but it felt right. And it was well received. So I'm like, it inspired me to immediately make the second video, which is the Yelp one. And that is well received. So you would think that would inspire me to keep doing it. Instead, I think the fear got to me. And yeah, I was a mute before. Fucking Rudy. Anyway, you cunt. There's my voice for you. And but the point is, I having that little talking to yesterday about not just because you recognize that your true nature is capacity for the universe, don't use it as an excuse to passively watch your life go by. Remember to keep living and doing your job. And I was like, oh, fuck, I needed to hear that. So I'm going to really, I got to go to the dentist. But my friends, look for the next video to be out soon. Rudy, go fuck yourself. I love you. Thank you for supporting. Rudy is a member of the fan club. You'll see his name there in the bottom. And if you want to join the fan club too, be like Rudy, and I'll call you names. Make sure you go to zachwaldman.com/fans. And again, there's free things you can do on there to support me. I love you, Rudy. I love all of you more than chocolate cake. As always, I'll play you out here with a little I'm stepping on my teppy toes because I can't. You would think I would just move the stream deck so I could see it instead of. Okay, I'm never finding a good place. Hold on a second. I think I found a better place for my stream deck. My streaming deck. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can get one notch. Okay, that's pretty good. No, that's still not. Oh, maybe that's what these are for. Hold on a second. Hold on, fuckers. This means nothing to you, but I think that's better. I don't know. I'll see you guys soon. I love you all more than chocolate cake. I don't know why I'm having such difficulty. I should probably just put it on. It should probably really just go on the other one. All right, we're gonna try it there. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Here's Reverend Carl.
1, 2, 3.
It's 2 a.m., 14 below, it's closed. My work is done, but I'm feeling low, and I wanna play the night away, the night away. I count down to to be alone. I gotta bring over some people to fill up my empty home. Yes, I do. Yes, I do now. I'm having a party, having a party, having a party. I'm having a party, people. And a party, people. Well, well, well. Put out the word to the chosen few. I got the SMC, my friends. Bring your choice of brews, your choice of brews. The balls is on and the mood is set. The candles burn as the turntables turn by the TV set. Yes, they do. Yes, they do now. Having a party, having a party, having a party, I'm having a party, people. And a party, people. And everybody's getting down now. Party people, having a party, having a party, having a party, people. Party people, well, well. The monster man is feeling smooth, while in the mirror he's busting moves till he finds his groove, till he finds his groove. A Johnny Poet is feeling numb. He's gonna drink until the sunlight comes out to play. He's always running away. Where are your shoes today now? Having a party, having a party, having a party, we having a party, people, a party, people, and everybody's getting down now. Party people, having a party, having a party, we having a party, people, and a party, people, yeah. She's having plenty of fun. He's been drinking them 21s like they're going out of style. A jungleberry is scabbing tabs. He'll smoke all the weed you have if you let him away with it. I let him away with it. I let him away with it. Away with it. Away with it now. Having a party. Having a party. Having a party. We having a party, people. And a party, people. And everybody's getting down now. Party people. Having a party. Having a party. We having a party, people. A party, people. Well, well. Reggie Love is dressed in plain. He'd like to bop the night away, cause he's come a long way from that Ventura County girly girl by the telephone. She's been waiting on a man to call so she can share her love.